So, I have talked about this before, why I use this approach of physical therapy combined with yoga. And so, I wanted to explain today, again, just a little bit more because I want to take you deeper. I want to take you deeper to the understanding of why these two practices, for me, really work to relieve chronic low back pain, chronic neck pain, chronic pain that's due to muscular tension. So, the first thing I want you to know is that both of these practices are based in science. For a long time, we've been researching in physical therapy to understand what treatments work to help our patients. And so there's a lot of research in physical therapy, all the way down to the basic science level, understanding the nervous system, understanding how the muscles work, and then understanding how to assess and then get the most out of the treatments. What are those outcomes? We look at the outcomes to decrease pain, but also to improve function. Yoga, within the last several years, within the last probably 10 years since I've been really looking at this research, the yoga research has exploded. There is so much research now on yoga. And because I come from a research background, when I moved into this blended practice, I was a little hesitant to jump into some of the yoga practices because there wasn't that much science. But now I have no hesitation. The science in meditation, the science in using yoga for a variety of conditions, and that one of being low back pain is very good, very strong. So I don't hesitate now. And I really think that bringing these two practices together only accentuates the outcomes that patients get. And those outcomes, I believe, are for some specific reasons. So in physical therapy, where I started and I've spent 30 years of my career, 30 more than 30 years of my career now, physical therapists understand the anatomy, whether it's muscles, joints, ligaments, we understand anatomy. We also understand neuroscience and the brain. But physical therapy is really focused on the structure of the body and how it functions. So, looking at the structure and the biomechanics, and then how that both leads to dysfunction and how that dysfunction then leads to pain. Yoga enhances that, and it takes a little bit of a step back. So I love all that. I think all that information about structure and function of how the body works is really important to improve the physical practice of yoga. And also to improve, to put more of that neuroscience into the yoga. But yoga, one of the key tenets of yoga as a practice, not just a type of exercise, but as a practice, is self study. So, the self study part of yoga means that you're raising your awareness. You're raising your awareness. You're not just letting the physical therapist tell you how you move and how that contributes to dysfunction and pain. You are feeling how that movement then contributes to dysfunction and contributes to pain. You are taking that information from the physical therapist into your own body, allowing your brain to organize it, and then you know how to make the change. You're inspired and motivated to make the change in your own body, in your nervous system, in order to have the right result, to have that outcome specifically for you. So, physical therapists are amazing educators about the body and about movements. And it's very important to understand all that because I've seen light bulbs go on in people's head specifically about, oh, I didn't know that I was moving that way. But let me feel that. Let me feel what a change now feels like in my body. If I move this way, so yoga along with meditation adds this curiosity aspect. But it puts you as this person living in this body, it puts you in control of all of the healing process. And I think that's what really transformed my physical therapy practice when I added yoga to it. I always had, as a physical therapist, a little bit of resistance as being the healer or the fixer. I kept patients at a little bit of an arm's length because I wanted to have them take the control. And so yoga really brought that out, and it has really helped me give that power back to the client and the patient. Ultimately, this body and mind and experience for long-term healing must reach the level of the spirit. It's good to look at movements and analyze movements that people desire to do, but I think there's a deeper question. There's a deeper question. Why do you want to be able to do that movement? I'll just take an example of a mother or a grandmother who wants to be able to get and sit comfortably on the floor. And back pain is limiting this mother or this grandmother's ability to sit comfortably on the floor for long periods of time in order to play with grandchildren or children. The spirit is that connection with these children and grandchildren. And being able to sit on the floor is the purpose. It's why you're here. It's who you are. It's that loving, nurturing human connecting with those other humans that you love. That's the deeper question. It's not just, I want to be able to sit on the floor and I can't because I have back pain. It's, I want to be able to sit on the floor in order to play with my children and my grandchildren. Because that's a value, that family and that connection with people that I love is so important. That's part of who I am. And so if we stopped here, if you looked at just the body and mind reasons why physical therapy and yoga work so well together, you're going to get better. But in order to really have long-term, lasting effects, this practice, this blended practice, must lead to your spirit. I have found that that's personally worked for me. Instead of thinking, okay, I need to meditate because I need to relieve my pain, I need to meditate because when I relieve my pain and my tension, I am able to be calm in the presence of my work. I'm able to be calm in the presence of the challenges of my day with my children. It's the why. Your spirit is your why. And so that's the real driving force, I believe, to what I'm offering for my clients and what this practice offers for me. So I'm Stephanie Carter Kelly. I'm a physical therapist, but I have been integrating yoga into my personal and my professional practice for the last at least 10 years. And it has only helped me relieve my personal pain, but grow as a person into the person that I'm supposed to be. Namaste. When I say namaste, the divine in me honors the divine in you, and that's why I do this. Thank you.